Yo! What is good, Sixer Nation? Welcome on in to another edition of Philly Take with RB. Game 7 Eve. Sixers and Celtics at TD Garden playing for a berth in the Eastern Conference Finals. 48 minutes, it all comes down to this. Today we're here with a live preview show. We'll go over some of the keys of the game. We'll talk about what is on the line. We'll take some calls from some great Sixer fans out there. And we'll break it all down, as we always do, as we are less than 24 hours away from the tip-off of Sixers and Celtics Game 7. Can the Sixers finally get over the hump? It's now or never, man. It's now or never. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Sixer Nation, welcome in. Once again, Philly Take with RB. Do me a favor out there. Hit that like button if you do enjoy the show. Hit that subscribe button as well and ring the notification bell. That way you don't miss anything. We will be live tomorrow, of course, for Game 7. The tip-off is at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll have the live game coverage as always. We'll have the post-game coverage, and we'll have a lot more time after that to hopefully talk about the next round. If not, it'll be off-season talk and a whole bunch more. Welcome on into the show. Ladies and gentlemen, if I told you that this was the most important game since Joel Embiid was drafted, that would be a huge understatement. Everything is on the line. Everything. You had a golden opportunity. You were in the driver's seat to end this series in Game 6. The Sixers reverted back. They choked in the fourth quarter. And now everything is on the line. Everything is on the line, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to overanalyze because I feel like that happens sometimes in a Game 7. But there are some things we need to talk about, man. John Clark puts here on Twitter, Sixers Celtics Game 7 tomorrow in Boston. The last time the Sixers won a Game 7 on the road was actually in Boston 41 years ago. Last time the Sixers beat the Celtics in the playoffs 41 years ago. There's been so much leading up to this, and if the Sixers go down again in the second round, I do not know if I am going to be able to handle it, man. I mean, you had a golden opportunity. You were in prime position to finish this off. And, man, it stings. It still stings from the other night. But as hard as it is, man, you have to throw all that away. Throw it out the window. 48 minutes. You need to give your best. And I'm going to talk exactly about what I think needs to happen and what I think will happen. If you had to ask me right now, I mean, again, I'm trying to stay locked in the moment. One game. Don't ask me about the offseason. Don't tell me about what's going on later on. One game. You got to get it done, man. Everything is on the line. This is a legacy game for Joel Embiid, for James Harden, for the Sixers organization, for this franchise in the process era. Everything is on the line. You have to come out with your best. It is now or never, man. I know there's Sixer fans out there that think they have absolutely no shot of winning. I don't blame you for feeling that way. I know there's Sixer fans who think they are going to absolutely positively win this game. I don't blame you for feeling that way. This whole series has been a roller coaster. Up and down. Up and down, man. I don't know what to predict or what to expect. I don't know what to expect. Shout out to all our channel members out there, man. I see RJ in the chat. What's up? Shout some other people out, man. RJ, what's up? Level JB, my guy. Superhero, what's up, bro? Frank Santana, Sean Mayfield, Matthew, Alesh, what's going on? Ohana, Jeff, Micah, what's up, everybody? Thank you for being here on this Saturday evening. Obviously tomorrow's Mother's Day, and, I hope all of you are spending it with your mothers, and shout out to all the great mothers out there. But it's almost hard not to think about Game 7, for Sixer fans out there. I mean, this game means a lot. This game means a lot, man. Couple other thoughts I had, man. I was watching the Heat game last night against the New York Knicks, and another reason this game is so important is because there is literally never going to be a path again this easy to the finals. The Sixers, with this current core, with Joel Embiid, with Harden, Maxey, just mainly with Joel Embiid, they will never have an opportunity like this again. No offense to the Miami Heat or Jimmy Butler. A lot of love for Jimmy Buckets. They, what have they been to the conference finals 3 out of the last 4 years? He's a hell of a player, man. Big Jimmy guy. But, man, he's out there with 8 undrafted players. We're talking about finally getting over the hump to go to the conference finals. How about the damn finals, man? If you win this series, I think the Sixers could beat them in 5. I do, man. Or maybe 6, but I think 5. The Sixers are never going to have an opportunity like this again. It's time to rewrite the narrative. It's time to show these people who you really are. Now your back's against the wall. Maybe this is for the best, right? And yes or no, agree or disagree. Because every freaking time the Sixers have their backs against the wall, every time they've been thrown out of the door, they've been told they have no chance to win a game in this series, they go out and they get it done. Maybe this is for the better. I don't know. Now, I will say this, man. If you had to ask me to lean one way or the other, I wouldn't be surprised if the Sixers win this game. But right now, I do think Boston should be the slight favorite. It's hard to go on the road in a Game 7 and win, as the stats show, as history shows. It's hard to beat a team in their own building 3 times in a playoff series, as history shows. But at the end of the day, this has been one of the craziest years, and anything can happen. And the Sixers, the positive beam of light, the optimism is that they did go in and already beat them twice, one without Embiid and one with, and they have to be able to replicate that formula. They have to be able to replicate that formula because it is all on the line, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to say some things that you probably have never heard me say on this show. Shout out to Aura for sponsoring tonight's show, man. Leading provider in digital safety and fraud protection. Shout out to our sponsors for making it happen. Aura might have to swoop in tomorrow if this Sixers team shows they are actually fraudulent. You know what I mean? They got to protect us. They got to protect us, man. Shout out to Aura. But I have to get this off my chest, man. Joel, I'm going to start with Joel Embiid. Joel, this is a legacy game for you, man. All the things they have said about you, and yes, Joel Embiid is one of the greatest generational talents in the league. I'm so happy for him, the progression, the career trajectory. But if you come out and you don't show up tomorrow, maybe a lot of the things they say about you, maybe a lot of the narratives are true. Because the other night, Joel Embiid did not really touch the ball in the last 4 or 5 minutes, and then he went on the post-game presser and he said, you know what? I didn't touch the ball in the last 4 minutes. No, you are a great player, man. You are one of the greats right now, and you need to demand the damn basketball, Joe. Joe, you got to step up in the last 5 minutes. You got to take the rock and go to the rim. Al Horford stinks. He cannot guard you. Al Horford cannot guard you. Rob Williams cannot guard you. Joe, you got to take the ball and go, man. There's absolutely no reason the Sixers should have choked the way that they did a couple nights ago. One thing that has differentiated this team from prior years that I've constantly said is that they can finish. They are a tough fourth quarter team. And a couple nights ago, it felt like they reverted back to the old Sixers, the ones that had no idea what they were doing in crunch time, because in the third quarter, man, it felt like the tide had turned again. It felt like the momentum shifted to the Sixers, and then you get down to 5 minutes to go, you're up by a couple, and you miss 8 shots in a row, and the offense goes completely bonkers. I mean, it's crazy, man. Joe, you have to step up. I don't even care if the Sixers go out and just continue to pop tomorrow night, man. Just keep shooting. Keep shooting. You cannot come out and play that damn passive style of basketball. I need to see a lot of two-man game. James Harden, you need to have one of those games, man. A lot of Sixer fans right now are on the seesaw. They don't know which way it's going. They don't know which way it's going, man. Because he's been so, like the ceiling has been so great, and then the floor has been so low. James, you have to attack. I expect the Celtics to stick with the double big lineup as they went to last game. They made an adjustment. And let's be honest, James Harden was way too passive early in the game. He was passing up looks. You have to find that sweet spot. You have to find that bread and butter in the mid-range game and constantly attack it. James and Joel, have to continue to run the two-man game, pick and roll, and get James switched on one of those bigs because he can cook them. He just needs to do it. Sixers have to play aggressive. Tyrese Maxey has to continue where he left off. Tobias Harris, we know you're probably getting moved at some point here. But what way do you want to go out? And this is a message for the Sixers team, man. Which way do you want to be remembered? Because I'm thinking about this entire damn era, man. And I said this before the series, before the playoffs. Like, if you end up losing to Boston, it's like doing a full circle the last 6 years. You're right back where you started. If the Sixers cannot complete this tomorrow night and win this game, big changes are coming. Because there are so many teams in history you look at, they've had overwhelming talent, but they can't get it done. How many freaking times are we going to ride this damn cycle and say, oh, well, they have so much talent, they're better than the other team, but they just fell short. I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. They have to get it done tomorrow night. There is no excuses. And, James Harden was complaining about the refs last game. James, I'm here to tell you, man, after this game is over tomorrow, nobody's going to be talking about the refs. Does anybody remember back to 2015? Oh, well, in game 6, the refs were trash. Nobody remembers that. Now, I agree with what James Harden said. They're not giving them as many calls, which is expected. The refs have been atrocious, but you need to play too good where you don't put the refs in a position to make you, depend on those calls. I'll end by saying this, man. In game 5, the Sixers came out and you knew from the first tip, you knew from that first Embiid shot that went off the front rim. Okay, this team's here. They want it. They need to come out with that intensity tomorrow because they didn't have it in game 6 early on. Game 5, they wanted it too bad. That's why you got these players like PJ Tucker. You got these dogs. Somebody's got to get the squad fired up, man. Somebody has to get the squad fired up. You have to come out like your ass is on fire tomorrow. And to be quite honest, it is. This is a legacy game up and down the board. And you have to finally get past the Boston Celtics. There's never been an opportunity like this. There will never be an opportunity like this with Joel Embiid. Anyway, man, it's going to be interesting. Shout out to all 420 people up in here, guys. Hit the like button for me, man. Get this to 100 likes. Thank you all for supporting the content all the time. We did hit 30K. Appreciate everybody. Tomorrow's Mother's Day, and here's what happened the last couple times. Game 7 against the Raptors on Mother's Day, they lost. Game 7 on Father's Day against the Hawks, they lost. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. Will they be able to break the curse, man? Will they be able to break the curse? I'm going to talk about a couple keys, a couple things I think need to happen because I feel like people overrate and overthink game 7s. It's just really the pressure eating you away. It is one game. Like, it is one basketball game. You have to go out there and perform better for 48 minutes than the other team. You have to go out there for 48 minutes and perform better. But you can't let the pressure eat you away. And again, I think the Sixers being heavy underdogs now, what are they, plus 220? I don't know how many points they're giving them, but maybe this will be better. Nobody's giving the Sixers a chance to win, so hopefully they can step it up and get it done. But it is going to be very hard. So we will get to the phones here very shortly. Once again, shout out to everyone in here, man. Thank you guys for being here all series long. I don't know how this game's going to play out tomorrow, but I do want to give a couple main keys here. Just a couple things I'll be looking forward to early on in the game. And again, we will be live for the entire game, and we'll have the post-game coverage, and we'll continue all of that coverage as we go on. So be sure to be there, man. Tomorrow's going to be a hefty day. Number one, man, the Philadelphia 76ers are going to need to control the glass. The Celtics out-rebounded them heavily last time with the two big lineup. The Sixers are going to have to get in there, get their hands dirty. They're going to have to do the little things. They're going to have to hustle back, close out on shooters, all the things we always say, but they cannot get swarmed on the glass, man. I'm looking at you, Tobias Harris. You got to help out Joel Embiid. I'm looking at you, PJ Tucker, and if they're not getting the job done, Doc Rivers, I'm looking at you. Put Paul Reed in. Do what it takes. Get your hands dirty. I would expect Doc Rivers to shorten the rotation even more tomorrow. I'm thinking maybe a 7-man rotation. I know Joel can't play a full 48. I'm thinking he's got to play at least 43 minutes, 42 minutes. James, Maxey, you might have to play a full 48. I'm not even kidding, man. There is no tomorrow. Everything is on the line. You have to get it done now. You can rest in a couple days. You got to get it done tomorrow. There is no rest. And Tobias Harris was 1 for 7 last time. You know, he's got to come out and do something. Do something defensively. The thing that worries me about Boston is that Jason Tatum finally found it. And I hate it because Al Horford hasn't done anything offensively. Williams isn't doing much. Brogdon's had a nice series. And Jaylen Brown's the guy to be scared of. But Jason Tatum, the last 3 games, has been in a historical cold stretch in, you know, the first quarter. What was he, 0 for 29 or something? Literally the worst streak in NBA history in the first quarter. And then in that damn fourth quarter, he goes for 16 points. And they finally gave him a little ounce of, all right, here I am. I can do this. That's what I hate about this, man. If Tatum and Brown go off tomorrow, it's going to be hard to beat them in their home building. Defense is going to have to be tight early on. Tobias, if he's not getting the job done, I would, yank him. If Tucker's not getting the job done, I'd yank him. You have to make these adjustments quick on the fly in a game 7. I don't know who they're going to go with. I mean, DeAnthony Melton's been up and down. Paul Reed will find some minutes at some point. Honestly, George Niang maybe has been the most consistent bench player. Is that true or not? I mean, I would actually like to have Niang in there because you know why? He's not afraid of the damn moment. This guy will pull the trigger. He will let it fly at any single point. And the Sixers will need timely shots in this game. You think about game 7s, man. They're always gritty. They're always scrappy. They always come down usually to the fourth quarter. And there's going to be some cardiac moments. I'll tell you, I would expect this game to be in the 90s or low hundreds. It's going to be one of those games. And I think back and I have these imprints in my head from a late possession dribble handoff with JJ Redick or, Ben Simmons getting hacked and going to the line. I don't want that. Sixers need to come through in crunch time. That is my number 2 top thing to look for. My second key. The Sixers are going to have to play good ball in crunch time. They can't revert like they did the other night. That was not the team we have seen all year. You got to stick to your identity. Let the ball ride through James and Joel. And if James is cold, let it ride through Maxey. I think it should have went through Maxey last game in the last few minutes. And the last thing, man, again, is, you got to put a punch on these guys, man. You got to make your imprint felt early, make your presence felt. You can't be intimidated by the moment. Again, how do you want to be remembered? Go out dying, go out trying, leave it all on the line in a game 7. This game means so much for this organization. And it is very frustrating from the other night that they couldn't get it done, but you got a fresh 48. You got to go out there and do the improbable, man. Joel, this is on you. James, this is on you. This is a legacy game. If we get a Harden masterclass or a Joel masterclass, they can definitely win this game. But it's now or never. I have no clue how this game is going to go. But what I do know, and maybe this is another key, the Sixers have to get off to a decent start. You can't have one of those historically bad shooting nights where you're 1 for 10 in the first quarter. No, you can't do that. You let this go to above 10, 15-point lead, it's going to be hard to come back in a game 7 because, again, points are a commodity usually, but in a game 7, it's like you're scrapping for buckets, man. So that's really my analysis of this game. I think I'm ready at this point to just see how it plays out. But, if the Sixers are not able to get this done, I think that what will hurt most is, game 3 when I watched in person or last game, there were so many opportunities for them to finish this off, and you're not going to get an opportunity like this again. You have to go out there, like I said, same mentality from game 5, even game 1. You wanted it. You have to want it in a game 7. You can't let Kevin Huerter go out there and light you up in the fourth quarter. You can't let one guy go out there and just destroy you. No, have some damn heart, man. Go out there, leave it on the line. I would expect the whistles to not be as heavy tomorrow. No complaining, man. You got to get it done. No excuses. We got 98 on the like button, guys. 450 people in here. Hit that like button. Thank you all for being here. I would hope to see all of you tomorrow as well. We are going to go to the phones, and we're going to take some callers, man. So call into the show, 508-924-3784. Call into the show. Give me your thoughts. Give me a prediction. Do you think the Sixers are going to pull this off? Do you think the Celtics are going to win? What are your main takeaways? What's your main keys? Give me all your thoughts. And before we get to the phones, shout out to our sponsor of tonight's show, Aura. Aura is an easy-to-use app that is the leading provider in digital safety and fraud protection. They include everything you need to stay safe online by protecting you from scammers and hackers on the internet. They fight back against all the annoying websites that try to make your personal info public, and they alert you if any of your private info is found. They give you near real-time alerts on suspicious credit inquiries, and they provide a VPN where you can stay anonymously online while scrolling. They even have a password manager where you can store all your credentials. Look, man, you have identity theft, credit card hack, whatever it is, any type of issue like that, Aura is right there at your side to assist you. They've helped me out a couple times already, and I'm a big fan of what they're doing. So take the next step in protecting your online safety. Go down to the description, click the link, aura.com/PhillyTake, and get a 2-week free trial of all of their services. Link down in the description. All right, let's go to the phones, man, and see what Sixer Nation is thinking. Let's go to the 856. 856. Who do we have on the line?
What's up, bro? How are you doing?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm good. So for this, honestly, I'm kind of optimistic. And I know it sounds kind of crazy after what happened in Game 6, but I feel from ever since that Milwaukee game, back when we came back from like 20 to 25, I sensed a different tone in this team that I haven't seen in years. And ever since then, like I don't know, I felt like this team could really make an impact, especially with Milwaukee going out. And after Harden got us Game 1, like I'm pretty actually confident. I think if we go in, we could win. We've already beaten them twice. And Embiid's going to have to step up. Harden's going to have to step up. We need another solid Maxey performance. But I'm definitely more on the optimistic side. I'm not as worried as some other Sixers fans, but I definitely think it's doable for sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, I like that. I think they definitely have the talent to win this game. I think we've seen in this series, they definitely can win a game in Boston. It's just hard to do it a third time. They obviously let an opportunity slip, but I agree with you. I mean, if you get a Maxey, even if you get 2 out of 3, right? Maxey, Harden, and Embiid, who are showing off and going all the way out, man. I mean, they could definitely win this game, but they have to stay within themselves. They have to do what got them to this point.
100%. And the other thing I want to say, too, is this Boston team, I think everybody knows now, it's not necessarily the same team that went with Ime Udoka to the finals. We don't know. The pressure's on them now. They won Game 6. Their fans, everybody thinks they're going to win Game 7. And normally in this series, whatever you think is going to happen, the opposite happens. So to all Sixer fans, I think we just got to believe, trust the team. Like you said on the show already, if they lose, big changes are going to happen. You don't want to have another loop of 6 years ago and this process all go for nothing. So, I think the Sixers are honestly going to shock the world tomorrow. If they take care of business, then we can see a team go to the finals and potentially, host that trophy. So I'm pretty confident. I think it's doable. Go Sixers.
Awesome, man. Yeah. Hey, I hope you're right. I hope you're right, man. I appreciate the call.
Yep, bro.
Thank you, man. All right, let's keep it going, man. We got a lot of callers on the line, a lot of people trying to chime in to the conversation. Let's go back to the next one. That's a great call right there, by the way, to start it off. Let's go to my guy, Sean Fitzpatrick. Sean on the line. What up?
RB, how you doing, my friend?
Ready to roll, man. How are you?
Well, getting ready for Game 7, I guess, along with everybody else. So before we start on that, I know it's a day early, but I got to say Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, yours included. I hope she's doing well.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, thank you.
I think the buzzword, the key word, you touched on it earlier, is narrative. I mean, we know what the narrative is with the 76ers. I mean, we know the Rivers story, the Harden tales of woe in the playoffs, Embiid walking off the court in tears. It's up to the Sixers to change the narrative.
Yep.
If I want to be positive here, it's been a road team series. I mean, remember, Boston was one missed three-pointer at the buzzer by Marcus Smart, and then another one after the final horn in overtime of getting swept in Philadelphia by them.
Yep.
So maybe it's better, if as sick as it sounds, for the Sixers to be on the road. There's no outside distraction, and you can focus on the task at hand.
Yeah.
That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I agree. And I do like the fact that they're being counted out 100%. It feels like every time they have expectation in this series, they let us down. But every time it's like, all right, they have no chance of winning this game. No Joel Embiid in game 1. They go out there, shock us. Game 5, they're not winning that game. They go out there, shock us. Yeah, I agree. It has been a road team series, and it's been really weird, in different aspects. But all you have to do is come out here and play better for 48 minutes than that team. A lot is on the line, though, so I hope they can live up to it.
Well, I'll tell you this. I was a kid in '82 when the Sixers went into the Boston Garden and beat the Celtics, and I can tell you definitively that the home court in those days in Boston is a lot more intimidating than the one they play on today.
Yep.
Not to mention the fact, of course, that Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, etc., aren't going to be suiting up tomorrow. So there's that.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you said it in the preview, and I said it before the last game. I thought the start of the game was critical for the Sixers, and I was disappointed in how they came out. Not the fact that they were losing, but they looked scared. They looked like the moment was too big for them, which surprised me on a team that's got a lot of veterans on it.
Yep.
I mean, Harden and Embiid and Harris have been through the wars. P.J. Tucker, I mean, they knew what the task at hand was, and they just seemed tight to me.
Yep.
And they could never pull away at the end. And you know the rule of thumb, when you allow a team to hang around, you usually get beat at the end, and that's what happened.
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, they got to come out ready to win tomorrow. That's it. Go out and at least die trying if you're not going to get it done. I agree. They were way too timid, especially in front of your home court, man. That place was buzzing. I mean, even in game 3 when I was there, Embiid winning the MVP, that place was electric. I just don't understand, man. You got to come out with aggression and like you want it. And they did that in game 5, so hopefully they can replicate it.
Well, Tyrese Maxey said, this is a team that I would, quote, unquote, go to war with. Well, that's what you're going to get tomorrow.
Yep.
And look, if they lose, I mean, sweeping changes across the board, but even we as fans, I mean, think about how many Celtic trolls are going to be post-game in your stream. Then we're going to have to eat, sorry to put it this way, the shit sandwich of the Anna Horfords of the world.
Oh, my God.
We're going to have to sit back and watch the Celtics move on to the next round and most likely go to the NBA Finals. And as Sixer fans, you're going to say to yourself, it could have been us. It should have been us.
Yeah.
Maybe it would have been Embiid versus Jokic in the finals. I mean, why are we eliminated again? Why are we spectators? Why are we always a bridesmaid and never a bride?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, the Sixers, like you said, look, I can't, of course, control outcomes, but I just want to see this team give max effort. If you give max effort and it's not enough, you tip your hat to the Celtics. They're the better team.
Yep.
But just put the ball in Al Horford's hands as many times as you can defensively and force him to shoot, and maybe we'll have a chance at winning.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Sean, appreciate the call, man.
Thank you, sir. That'll be $20. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Love it. Guys, there's nobody I want to beat more than Al Horford in this series. I will not be able to withstand Twitter. I'm going away from Twitter for a couple of days if they don't win this game tomorrow. There's nobody I want to beat more than barbecue chicken Horford and his sister as well. Oh, man. All right, to the next one we go. Guys, keep calling into the show. We got a lot of people to get to. Rapid fire, man. Let's get it going. 610 is up next. Up to the plate. 610, what's up?
Hey, what's up, RB?
What up, man?
So look, right, I was just looking at the box score from yesterday's game, right?
Yeah.
And Tobias had 42 minutes with 2 points.
Yeah.
And PJ Tucker had 20 minutes with 8 points. That was the game. We lost by, 13?
Yeah, I mean, we lost
now,
at the end,
he gave us his typical 15.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Tobias has to do something, at least defensively. I mean, you can't let Tatum go for 16 in the fourth quarter. But yeah, I agree.
No.
It's got to be a total team effort.
Yeah, and he was a bucket all year. It's a shame.
It is a shame, man. I mean, Tobias is going to get a lot of blame. I mean, he's not a max player. He's obviously paid like a max player, but he's got to do something. You can't go 1 for 7. My biggest thing with Tobias, man, is you got to get on the glass, dude. Yeah, I mean, no offense to Tobias, but that play last game in the fourth quarter where he plucks the ball loose and he doesn't even dive on it. Like, he plays so soft for a power forward in it. Or even
it's
the
like his legs are stiff. They can't move or bend.
Yeah, and the alley-oop, right? The full court alley-oop that James Harden threw him. He had a wide open dunk and he tries to tap it off the backboard and missed it. Like, come on, dude. Come on.
And he can't keep nobody in front of him. But
yeah,
hopefully, man, tomorrow they fight.
They have to, man. I mean, honestly, I mean, a lot of your career is on the line here. Like, for a guy like Joel Embiid, a lot that has been said about you. If you really want to be remembered as that guy that is, taking the next step, you have to come out and win this game tomorrow. Like, I'm expecting Joel to go out and put up 40. Will he do that? I don't know.
Yeah. And last thing I'm going to say before I get off, man, this is, I don't know we all see this down here, but this is emotional, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my stomach is hurting. I can't even eat.
Yeah, man. It's not even game day yet. It's not even game day yet. And it's like, dude, my stomach's in a knot. It's going to be nerve-wracking, dude.
Man. I'll be here tomorrow, though, man. Supporting.
All right, man. Thanks so much for the call.
Have a good one.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's crazy. This has to be on Mother's Day again. It's like, my mom wants the Sixers to win. I'm sure everybody's mothers out there, Sixer fans, want them to win. You want to have a good day, man. You want the vibes to be good. The other series ended last night, Lakers-Warriors, so this game's at 3:30 in the afternoon. A lot of eyes on this game. A lot of people are going to be watching this, man, so you got to get it done. You got to get it done. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. Let's be honest. Guys, hit those likes, man. Get it up to 200. $5 super chat from Riaz says, RB, do you see Doc shortening the rotation tomorrow in Game 7? Would love to see House get some quality minutes. He was a beast in Game 5. Go Sixers. Yeah, I agree. I think Doc is going to shorten the rotation. I would not see Daniel House getting minutes tomorrow. I don't think McDaniels will get minutes. I think Reed will get a few when Embiid comes off, but he's got to just hold his own. I would expect Niang to get in tomorrow. I think every guy has to be on a short leash. I think every guy, even some of the starters, have to be on a short leash. If Tobias is not out there doing his thing, you got to yank him, man. Everything is on the line here. Like, the whole season comes down to one game. So if it's tied in the fourth quarter and it's going back and forth and a guy is hurting your chances to win, this isn't like a regular season game, as we know, right? Like, this is the series. You got to be quick on the fly. And to be honest, I haven't been mad at all with Doc Rivers. I think he's done just a fine job in this series for the most part. I mean, the players have to execute. You can't miss 8 shots in a row in the last 5 minutes. Like, obviously you got to draw something up, but guys got to execute, man. Guys got to execute. All right, back to the phones we go, man. Let's go to the 786. 786, what's going on?
How you doing, man?
Doing good,
Big
man.
fan of the show.
How you feeling,
What you got going on?
How you feeling?
Little worried about this game, but I'm still got my faith up. I got my faith up. What I wanted to say was we only hit 8 3-pointers. 8 3-pointers over the course of the last game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see that. We were the best 3-point percentage team in the league.
Yep.
We're the best 3-point. We're better. I think we could, even though we can't match, they hit 42% from the three,
yep.
And we still within 9 points. I think we got this, man. I really do. I don't think they're going to shoot 42% and we shoot 32% and we're going to lose that game again. We're going to come back. We're going to come back.
It's a good point. Something I want to bring up off that point too that I forgot to say. You can't be hesitating on corner threes tomorrow. Like PJ does it. Sometimes
Thank
Tobias
you,
does
man.
it. You gotta
Thank
shoot
you, man. The
dude.
pump fake PJ, the pump fake Tobias for the one drill. Don't pump fake. Don't pump fake.
Yeah, man. Like, dude, if you go out swinging and missing, okay, fine. Like one of the other callers said, but you got to go out there, man, and assert your will. Put the pressure on.
I think we're gonna get it.
The more you shoot, the better of a chance you have to knock down.
Angry Joel Embiid. We're gonna get it. Angry Tyrese. As long as we, I think we got this. I really do think we have this. I think we have this. We just need to make shots. Again, this series has only been about making shots. We just have to make shots. As long as we make shots,
got to make shots.
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, man. Whoever makes more is gonna win. So, see how it goes, man. But hey, appreciate the call.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I think you got to come out early and you got to assert your will. You got to go out there and, again, put the pressure on Boston. Hostile environment. I know Jaylen Brown was, making comments last game saying that they need their crowd to be louder than ever because they haven't been, living up to par. The Celtics crowd is coming tomorrow. Sixers need to shut them up early on. Shout out to Rejoice always for becoming a channel member.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the Fire Take Nation. Callers have been great so far, man. Guys, if you want to call in, we'll get to some more. 508-924-3784. Call in. Give your thoughts. Do you guys think the Sixers are going to pull this off and win? We've had a lot of positives so far. I like it. I know there's a lot out there that don't think we're going to win. Whatever you think, whatever side you're on, call in and let me know. All right, let's go to the next one. 443 on the line. Who do we have on the line?
Yo,
What up? Who's this?
this is Zach.
Zach, what's up, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling all right now.
Feeling all right. It doesn't sound too promising.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about this game on Sunday.
Why?
Every game the Sixers have lost, they bounce back against the Celtics so far.
Okay.
But I think James Harden has to get it started. Everything starts with him.
Mm-hmm.
If Harden's having a bad game, it seems everyone else is off.
I mean, he's got to set guys up, man.
40.
Yeah, he's got to create the offense.
But I need efficiency and limit the turnovers.
Yeah, that's a good one. You can't turn the ball. You can't be sloppy in this Game 7. They've definitely been sloppy in prior Game 7s.
I mean, this is a make or break game for this franchise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything's on the line.
Big changes will be coming if they lose this game.
Dude, everything is on the line. I'm here to tell you guys right now, if the Sixers don't win this game, I'm perfectly fine, honestly, with blowing it up and maybe restarting with Joel and Tyrese. Like, I'm at my breaking point here. This is a perfect opportunity, man. How many times are we going to get to this exact game and say, oh, well, we were the better team, but we just didn't get over the hump. Like, something happened in the series or a guy, bottomed out. Like, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. That's the definition of insanity. So they have to get it done, man.
I think there's some adjustments that might need to be made if the Celtics go with this same double big lineup.
Okay. Tell me what you think.
I think Paul Reed might need to be playing at the 4. Because we got absolutely destroyed on the boards last game.
Yep. No, I agree, man. That's one of my main keys. You cannot get wiped on the glass tomorrow. Tobias, Tucker, I'm talking to you, man. And if you're not going to get the job done, I would put Paul Reed in. I don't think Doc will do it, but, that's just Doc's MO. He's going to live and die with the starters.
And honestly, I'm worried about Tobias.
Yeah, I think we all are.
I think Daniel House might need to get some more minutes.
Hey,
at small forward.
Maybe you're on to something, man. Maybe Daniel House could be the savior again tomorrow. At least, bring some more bounce to the team. Tobias is such an odd
Niang's
fit.
hitting his threes, I would go to him.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's off, you got to get Daniel House in there.
Hey, you got to make adjustments, man. I mean, whoever makes better adjustments could win this game.
But, man, I can't take another Mother's Day heartbreaker. Remember
telling me,
2019,
Mm.
the Kawhi shot, man,
Mhm.
on Mother's Day.
Yep. And then the last one
This
was on
team,
Father's Day.
man, they got to get it done tomorrow, man.
They got to get it done, man.
I believe in them, but it's going to be a tall task to go into Boston and win a third game.
Yeah. So what do you think? They're going to win or no?
I think the Sixers win.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to be hard fought.
Mhm.
It might be in the 90s.
Yeah.
Because that's how Game 7s typically go, or low scoring, drawn out, gritty games. And
Yeah.
I think the Sixers have what it takes to win, but they're going to need James Harden to be on his A game.
Yeah, I agree. This is a huge, I think Harden's playing for a max tomorrow, or at least another contract. I mean, if he doesn't show up, he's walking.
I think he shows up, though. I don't know. Something's telling me James Harden's going to show up tomorrow. He might not have 40, but
That's
maybe
fine.
he does, 26 and 14 or something crazy tomorrow.
Hey, I'll take
He
it, man.
needs to be a facilitator.
Yeah, I agree. I'll take that. I'll take it. All right, Zach.
And Maxi's really the X factor.
Yeah. Give us a
We can get
30-point Maxi game.
25 out of him.
Give us a 30-point Maxi game, man. Let him show up.
We need another Game 5.
Yeah.
But, man, they got to get this one done, man.
Have to. Absolute must. Absolute must.
Must-win game for the future of this franchise.
Absolutely, man. Zach, I appreciate the call, man.
Hey, appreciate you for having me, man. I love the show.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Guys, all the callers, man, you guys are on point today. Rate that call in the chat, man. Every caller's been a 10 in my opinion. Scott says, we will know from the first 5 minutes if we come out flat, we're not going to recover. Hey, Game 7s, you have to come out as the superior team, man. I agree. Can't come out like you did last game. If you get in a hole, it's going to be hard to come back. It's going to be hard to come back. Shannon Sharp here says, quote, we've blamed Doc Rivers, Ben Simmons, and James Harden. The only guy that's gone unscathed is Tobias Harris. He's like a B-52. He can fly under the radar and not get detected. Well, I don't think that's entirely true, but, people just don't have those kind of expectations for Tobias based on what he has done and shown. I mean, it sucks because he's a good guy, but, man, everybody's got to leave it on the line. Everything's on the line. Random Gamer says, when Harden's facilitating, Tobias usually plays well. If we get 18 and 10 or 20 and 10 from Harden, that could be enough to beat the team. I agree. I mean, we have seen in this series, the Sixers are obviously talented enough to beat the Celtics. I tried to tell you all this in the preview video. Like, the Celtics are not as good as people think they are. The question is, will the Sixers show up and put them away? They couldn't deliver the knockout punch. Will they get it done? We'll see. Let's go back to the phone lines. Let's go to the 302. 302. Who's on the line? 302 on the line. Going once. Going twice. Maybe on mute. Wasn't ready. Wasn't ready. Come on now. All right, let's go to the next one. 267. 267. What up?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's Josh from West Oak Lane.
Josh, what's up, man? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling all right, man. Just,
Another.
so I'm just trying to talk and give my opinion about what's happening in the game.
All right, let's hear it, man.
Oh, so basically, here's what's going to happen in my opinion. Well, what has to happen first and foremost is Embiid and Harden have to give us 80 points. It hasn't happened in the series yet, and they have to give us 80 points. Now, more importantly, if this could happen, then we got a really good shot. If we at least get 90 between Maxey, Harden, and Embiid, then we're fine. But it has to be a big game for the two top superstars because he got the MVP. He has to play like MVP, period. Otherwise, we don't got a shot.
Hey, I agree. He's got to play like the MVP. I don't know if they're giving you 90. I think this is going to be a scrappy game. But I agree. They have to assert from early on. Like, they have to impose their will. I think even Maxey giving you like 25 to 30 in that range could be enough to put him over the top if Embiid and Harden are playing well. But they have to show up, man.
I'm not even as mad at Harden. Embiid has to show up. Beyond everyone else, this has to be Embiid's input game because bottom line, let's just call it what it is. Jokic is in the Western Conference Finals. Embiid has to make a statement. He has to show why he's deserved the MVP, and we have to get over Boston. We had the series. We had 2 games to get it done. There's no excuses.
Hey, I agree with you. I mean, it's now or never, man. That's why I said even on the thumbnail, like it's now or never. If you don't get past this time, like I don't like you got to go in a different direction, man. I mean, you had it in the bag. In the bag. This series will haunt this franchise if they don't get it done, man.
Yeah, and here's the last thing. They're gonna play the big man lineup again because I actually thought it was a good adjustment by them. Now here's the reality. They have to either put Niang in for PJ or PJ has to take a shot. But it's one of the other. Because we have to make them pay playing off and trying to clog the lane for Embiid so Embiid can have space so he can operate.
That is a great point, man. And you can't have PJ sitting in the dunker spot doing nothing, just bringing more traffic to the paint, man. That cannot happen tomorrow. I agree. Go with whatever is going to work best for that situation. And James can't be timid early in the game either, man. If they're running that double big lineup, he can't stop attacking the paint like he was earlier in the series.
Yeah, at least down to the foul line. Like, he can attack like as many times as possible to get them in foul trouble. If we can get Williams out the game early, get one of those bigs out the game, it opens up the lane for everybody else.
Absolutely, man. Great points, man.
Yeah, so that was it. That's all I got, man.
All right,
got to
Josh.
win tomorrow. Man. I was almost not about to watch the game, but I'm over it. Definitely watch it, so let's go.
All right, Josh. Thank you, man.
No problem.
Another great call. I'm telling you guys, if they're going to run that double big lineup, Sixers cannot get timid. Can't let Horford start cooking, and he's going to get annoying as hell with that clap. Rob Williams. Nah, you got to go in there and clean those boys up, man. You got to go in there, man, and attack. Even if you're not scoring, you got to get to the free throw line. James, Joel, do what works. Even if they're keeping the whistles quiet, got to keep attacking. And if this game gets down to the last quarter and it is tied, Joel, I don't want to hear, oh, I didn't touch the ball in the last 5 minutes. No, you go out there and take that damn basketball, man. Joe, you can go out there and make your imprint. All these people want to talk about you, Joel Embiid. Joel's a choker. He can't get past second round. Go prove him wrong tomorrow, man. If not, they're going to magnify these things and take them to an even another level. And to be honest, maybe they're right. You can't lose this series. I mean, come on now. A lot on the line, man. A lot on the line. All right, let's go back to the 302. They're back on the line. See if they're ready to go. 302, what's up?
My name is Ulysses. Go Sixers!
Okay. All right. And they were gone. And they were gone just like that. Hey, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at the game. Got to get it going, man. 10 out of 10 right there. 10 out of 10. All right, we'll go to a couple more. See what the people are thinking. Guys, call into the show. This is your chance. Get it all off your chest before Game 7 again. We will be live right here on this show throughout the game. It's going to be cardiac, man. Going to be cardiac. A lot is riding on this game. A lot of pressure. Nobody's giving the Sixers a chance to win. We'll see if they can live up to it. Let's go back to the phones. 405, what up? A lot of pressure. Yo.
Oh.
Yo. What up, man?
Yeah, first of all, I want to go on and congratulate all of you on your 30K.
Thank you, man. Hey, can you turn the stream down in the back?
Yeah, cool. Hold on. Come down.
Thank
first
you,
of all, I want to go on and say that I'm a Boston fan. The Boston fan since the 80s.
Awesome, man. Hey, appreciate you calling in, man. Give me some thoughts on this game.
Here's my thought. My thought right now is both of them got to bring it out. They got to go all out. That's as simple as that. They both got to grind. Now, I know I'm a Boston fan, and I believe we're going to go ahead and just take this from y'all. I hate to say it like that, but that's what we're going to do. I agree with you on that part that Embiid, he needs to ask for that ball. Because he's the MVP. He needs to start asking for that ball. Don't sit there and wait. You got to ask for it.
Absolutely.
As far as our court goes, we got to, we just got to grind as we always did. But I'm disappointed right now in Jason Tatum and Al Horford. They both got to step up to their game and do what they got to do.
Yeah, that's
now,
what I wanted to
very
ask.
hard to stop.
That's
we
what
know this, especially in the paint.
I was wondering.
James Harden. Hey, you can give me your opinion about James Harden, but right now, James Harden he's on and off.
I agree. Let me ask you this though: do you think Tatum's going to show up in Game 7 because he's been very, very cold, especially early in the game?
Yeah. He's been very cold. But I believe he's going to show up on this game. It just depends on will Jalen show up. I got to have both. We got to both have at least 60 to 70 points, together. But if these two don't shine, just like Embiid and Harden, if them two don't shine, it's a wrap on either side.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, man. And I mean, your boy Al Horford, he stinks, man. Let's be honest. Embiid's going to cook him tomorrow.
Well, I would just say this. Whoever wins, man, best of luck to them in the finals.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I can't say that yet because, I got this passion. I hate this Celtics, man. But I think whoever wins this series is going to the finals. I don't think Miami is anything compared to either of these rosters.
I agree.
Yeah, man. So we'll see what happens. But, hey, I appreciate the call, man.
Oh, no problem, man.
Thank you, man. Shout out to that classy Boston fan. That's how you come into an opposing show and you give your points and you keep it respectful, man. Shout out to that guy. Shout out to him. Let's see. Who do we have in the chat, man? Lure says Joel will make a mid-range fade for the win. Anybody have any bold takes, any hot takes, any guys you think might come out on either side and just have a game you're not expecting? Anybody think anything? I think this could be a Maxey game for sure. I think Niang could be a key if he hits a couple big threes late in the game. But really, Game 7s come down to the stars, like my man just said on the phone. Game 7s are going to come down to James and Joel, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. I hope the Sixers didn't inject life into Jason Tatum in that last game because he has been trash. Jaylen Brown has been carrying that squad. I mean, I know he's had help from some of the guys. Like Marcus Smart had a big game last time out. He might be an X factor. Jason Tatum has not been good at all. And that's another thing that's going to haunt the heck out of the Sixers if they cannot finish this job here. Tatum has had an awful series. You're telling me he has that? If Tatum has an awful series and they still win, you just are not good enough, man. You just are not good enough. Fizzy says Embiid needs to get him in foul trouble. I agree. It's a good one. Joel getting a 50 burger. I like it. Speed Demon, what up, man? Brogdon, big game. Embiid, Harding, don't go for 60. It's gone. It's going to be interesting, man. Cases Celtics 127-94. That's definitely not happening. I don't see that high of a score. I think it's going to be close, man. If PJ Tucker is so good, he'll shut down Tatum, right? I mean, you get guys like PJ for these type of games. Right? He was in a Game 7 last year against Boston, PJ Tucker. That went right down to the wire. If Jimmy Butler had maybe made a better decision with the basketball, who knows what would have happened. I mean, Tucker had a good series against Boston last year. So he's got to come in and show up. Maxey will get 25 plus, Harden 30 plus, or at least 25. Embiid will get 25. It'll depend on Doc and rotations. I think Doc's got it figured out. He's going to have a shorter leash with some of these guys, but the guys have to execute, man. They have to execute. All right, we'll go to a couple more, and then we'll bounce. But, again, we'll be live tomorrow. Then we'll have the post-game coverage. Guys, 600 people in here. Hit those likes up, man. Go down right to the bottom. Hit that like. Help push this content around. Thank you all for being in here, man. Let's go to the 412. 412 on the phone line. Who do we have?
L from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
What's up, man?
What's up, man? My thoughts on the game and pretty much on the whole series. Like, yeah, of course we need Embiid and Harden to show up. That's evident. He's an MVP, one of the best players in the world currently. But I feel like in the past, it's just too much. Not saying too much on Embiid, but it's too much expected from Embiid. As in, like, we need others to step up. Like, it's a whole team effort. Like, we're getting open shots, we're missing them. Even on the defensive side, we're losing our man. I feel like we need to go and to drop back in the matchup zone because that's when we play in best at defense. We can't stay in front of them, and man, we gotta play. We gotta play. We gotta play with some heart and with passion. We can't just have the offense just clear out and look for Embiid all the time. Look for Embiid all the time. Like, yes, we need Embiid, but we need everybody to come to play. We need everybody to show up. We need everybody to cut, flash, screen, hit open shots, take opportunities that they have, because they're zeroing in on Embiid, man. Every time he gets the ball, the defense collapses on him, and like, ball movement is a major factor in this series, and that's how they're beating us. With ball movement, they're trusting their players. They're trusting everybody that's getting the ball on the Celtics is taking advantage of that. We need the same energy from our guys, from Maxey to Tobias. Everybody needs to do their part and take advantage when they have that opportunity. So like I said, I feel like obviously Embiid is the main guy on this team. But we need everybody to wake up. Like, we need everybody to wake up, because if we get in this situation where everybody's not confident and unsure, and we're trying to just look for Embiid, it waters down our offense, and it dwindles, and nothing good comes out of that. You know, we need everybody to come and play, man. The ball movement has been really horrible. It's been up and down. Like, it's been good, and then it's just been horrible. We need everybody to take advantage of the opportunities they get. We can't have Tobias missing layups at point blank range and getting blocked by Jason Tatum, who's flying out of bounds already. Go up and dunk the ball. Like, you're 6'8".
Yeah. No, I
you know
agree.
what I'm saying? Like, we need everybody to take advantage of the opportunities they have. And the only person that has been doing that consistently is Maxey. You know, like, honestly, I feel like Niang was feeling kind of hot last game. I'm not a big fan of Niang, but he was definitely on fire when he did get the ball last game, and he took advantage of his opportunities. It's not the same. I can't say the same for everybody else. And that's going to be the defining factor, because the defining factor for them, even though they played horrible, the Celtics played horrible last game, the defining factor was Malcolm Brogdon and Derek White coming off the bench and taking the opportune moments that they have and knocking down those shots. We need that. We need that type of support from our supporting cast for us to not only beat the Celtics but to be a championship team. Every team that won a chip had support from the supporting cast and bench. The 0-1 Lakers, the Bulls, everybody did their part. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this team gets stagnant and just tries to look for either Harden ISO or pick and roll with Embiid or try to put it give it in Embiid's hand. We're not going to win like that. You're not going to win. I don't care who you have. You can have LeBron. You're not going to win like that. Everybody has to come to play.
Hey, man.
Everybody.
Hey, I mean, good points. I appreciate the call. I agree with some of what he was saying. The part where I disagree is that, you know, it seems like he wants to play game one style basketball, but it's not the same personnel as game one, right? Like, you want Joel Embiid on the floor, you want your MVP, but you don't want to feed the ball through him, 30 times. That's kind of hard to do, especially with Embiid being a center, being your primary option. So it's like, what do you want Embiid to do? Spot up? I think that's kind of a question of a different structure. Like, can you win with your number one option being a center? I think that's kind of the point that he's alluding to. I think tomorrow the ball has to go through Joel's hands. I think he has to show up. I think he has to have a superior performance. And, you know, obviously he's right. The Calder's right on the role players. They have to step up. You can't have pump fake PJ out there in the corner or in the dunker spot doing nothing. Can't have Tobias Harris out there going 1 for 7, whiffing on layups. Can't do that, man. You got to get in whoever is producing, but Joel and James and Tyrese are going to have to lead the way. They're going to have to show up. And if they get cold, if they're struggling, if they're stagnant early on, you can't let that get to your mental. You can't let that get in your head. You got to keep on pushing, man. So, it's going to be a scrappy game. It's going to be a scrappy game. See what happens, man. We'll go to one more or two more. We'll see. Let's go to the phones. And, give me some predictions, guys. Give me your predictions in the chat. Sixers or Celtics? What's the final score prediction? What do you think, man? A lot of good points here from the callers tonight. Let's go to the 210. 210, what up?
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man?
What up, man?
All I have to say is everyone's job is on the line.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you know, it's the biggest game of the last 10 years, so
yeah.
A lot of pressure.
If we lose, everyone's gone except Embiid.
Everybody's gone except Embiid. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
That's if we lose.
If we lose. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, I
believe we're going to win. We got this.
Say it again?
I believe we're going to win. We got this.
All right. Love it, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate the
That's
call.
all I got to say. Go
All right.
Sixers.
Yep, go Sixers, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Everybody except Embiid. I'm not ready for that yet. All right, let's go to one more, man. Let's go to one more. 713. 713, what up?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yo, what up, man?
Check in from Houston.
From Houston, okay.
I want to give a different take than most people are probably going to have. And it's just going to be that whatever happens, win or lose this game, people need to look at this, you know, appreciate this season as what it was, you know. Win or lose, I think it was a fun season either way, fun regular season. Of course, we're all hoping for a win.
I mean, that's an understatement.
It doesn't mean you can't be critical. It doesn't mean you can't, you know, say that this needs to change or that needs to change. But at the end of the day, man, it was a good season. It was a fun season. You know, up until this last game, it's been great games all throughout the playoffs.
Yeah,
So,
man.
I just want people to because when you're going through those rebuild seasons, man, you're gonna wish you could have the chance to lose in the second round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you, man. I disagree, though. I mean, this has been 6-7 years in this round. You know, I agree with you. Like, going through the rebuilds is not as fun right away, but I mean, there's a lot on the line here. That you had a perfect opportunity to finally get over this hump. I think Sixer fans are just dying to get past this round, and they haven't been able to. And you know, yeah, it was a good season. There's a lot to reflect on for sure. I agree. But nah, man, you got to win this game, or else people are not going to believe in the Sixers for a long time.
I hear you, man. Hey, go Sixers, man. I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping.
I'm there with you, man. I hope so. They got to get it done.
Let's get it done, man. Let's get it done. And then I guess we can worry about all that after it's all done, right?
Yeah. We got to worry about that later, man. I mean, we got to win this game.
Yeah, man.
We got to win this
all
game.
Right, let's get this one.
All right,
let's get this one, man.
Appreciate it. From Houston. Yeah, we can't end up on that one, man. We can't end on that one. We got to go one more. All right, let's go to the 814. 814, what up?
Hey, what's going on? It's Mike from Altoona, PA.
Mike from Altoona, PA. What's up, Mike? How you feeling?
I got faith in us for tomorrow, but I haven't heard anybody address the elephant on the court.
And
that's
is
good old Glenn.
Good old Glenn. All right, tell me what you mean by that.
Well, just the way he sets everything up. Like, even sometimes when you see him redirecting players, he's just like, the players are looking at him like just frustrated. So, like, I really think if we end up, failing to the Celtics, overall it's going to end up in, we're probably most likely going to lose Harden and possibly Embiid, and especially if Glenn stays. Glenn got to go.
Glenn got to go, man. Hey, I don't think he's coached too bad in this series, but you look at the track record, you're right. I mean, he's got, 9 straight losses in clinching games. He's got the worst record in NBA history when it comes to clinching games. You have to get it done, Doc. You have to get it done.
Yeah, especially with them bigs like that. Like, he got to figure out, like, I liked what the one bull said before about, bringing in B-ball Paul at the 4.
Yeah.
I said that last year at the end of the year.
Yeah. I don't think he'll do that in this game, but it wouldn't be a bad idea for sure. I mean, you gotta counteract those bigs. I agree. And he's got to get on James and tell him, yo, James, you're a superstar, you're a 10-time All-Star, but you got to keep attacking, man. You cannot get out of it mentally early in this game.
Yeah, I mean, even look throughout the year when he's addressing James on the court, James looks like he's ready to smack him.
Well,
but I think that's the big thing. See how Doc's going to adjust and see if he could actually, put a good stamp on his legacy.
I mean, yeah,
I hate even calling him Doc anymore.
Yeah, he can't blow the game tomorrow, I'll tell you that. He can't, he's got to call timeouts if it gets out of hand. I mean, you got to be sharp on it, everybody's got to contribute.
I have a little prediction before I head out.
Yes, sir. Let's get it, man.
I think Melton is going to show up big for us.
Okay.
I think they're going to slide him in there for some D. And, he can shoot the 3 every now and again.
Yeah.
So we shall see. That's my prediction. That's
I like it.
Feeling.
I like it. Coming with a bold take, D'Anthony Melton, 3 and D in this game. Might be huge, man, especially on Tatum. Yes, sir. Love it, man.
Other than that, brother, I appreciate all you do. Keep on grinding, brother.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate the call, man. Rate that call in the chat, guys. 1 to 10. All great callers tonight, man. Very impressed. Very impressed with the callers today. You guys have been fantastic. And I want to thank all of you. I'm hoping that tomorrow is not the last show or not the last game that we do this year. But, dude, the coverage is not going to stop. I mean, we just keep getting bigger and growing. And all of you guys have been fantastic. Every single live game in the chat, shows like this, the post-game videos, we have it all coming, man. And we're only going to keep expanding. A lot of big things on the way soon, but I'm in the moment. I'm locked in. Ladies and gentlemen, do your pregame rituals, do your little superstitions, whatever it is. Get ready for tomorrow. Lock in. Lock in. Sixers, I'm talking to you. Who do you want to be remembered as? Who do you want to be remembered as? Do you want to be the same guys that are known every year to fall short in the second round? Or do you want to do the impossible? Do you want to go out there, kick their ass, make a statement, and get it done? Because this is the best opportunity you will have. This is the best opportunity you will have. Leave it all on the line. Like Sean said earlier, one of the callers. Even if they give max effort, but they fall just short, you're not the better team. You got to give max effort, man. You've went into that building. You've shut them up twice. Go out there and get it done again. Give me some predictions in the chat, guys. Sixers or Celtics? Who will win Game 7? Be honest. Who do you think's going to win? Who do you think's going to win, man? Biz says, I'm impressed with your production, man, straight up. Hey, appreciate that, man. Yeah, we just continue to grow the show. More, more viewership, more love for the show, more likes on the videos means more content being pushed out, and we take this thing to a bigger height. Once again, shout out to Aura as well for sponsoring tonight's show. Ladies and gentlemen, go down to the link in the description, Aura.com/Philly Take. Get a 2-week free trial of all of their services. Aura.com. Go click the link. They're going to have to protect us from the frauds tomorrow night if they don't get this done, man. I'm seeing all Sixers in the chat. I see a Celtics. Sixers win 101-98. Dom, what up, man? Sixers blow them out. Celtics in a blowout. JB, what's up, man? Sixers 108-99. Knock on wood as soon as you predict the Sixers. After years of disappointment, I don't have faith in them winning, says Jerome. 102.98. Okay. I mean, I think that's like right on par. I think it's going to be in the 90s, low hundreds. And unfortunately for my health, I think it's coming down to the last 6 minutes of the game. I think it's coming down to a cardiac game. So we'll see, man. Guys, hit the like button. Get those likes up. Thank you to everybody who called in. Thank you to all the great viewers out there in the show. I will see you tomorrow. We'll be on a little bit early, about 3:15, 3:20-ish. And then we're ready to go. So appreciate everybody being here in the show tonight, man. Once again, Philly Take with RB. #1 place for Sixer fans. Keep supporting the show. And big one on the line tomorrow. Follow me on Instagram. Follow the Twitter as well at RB Philly Take. We'll be talking more over there before the game. Join the Philly Take Discord. The link's down below. Shout out to all our channel members as well. Everybody supporting. That being said, man, you guys have a great night. And I will catch you all in less than 24 hours. Game 7, Sixers Celtics. One to remember. Hopefully. Peace.